Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe. Really appreciate that. So we're talking about the 2025 Camry. Is right around the corner for the redesign. Now here's one thing that I'm not understanding. I don't know why Toyota is heading this route. Yeah, maybe more people are buying those kind of vehicles, but there's just so many different SUVs, crossovers. Like, come on, Toyota, slow down with it. So we're gonna cover. We got a little bit of a sneak peek of the 2025 Camry, as you can see right here. I don't. Well, you can't see it because my body is in the way, but I'll remove myself from the picture in a minute. And then we're also gonna be talking about the 2020, I think 2024 Toyota Crown. That's gonna be revealed in on November 14th, and it's an SUV. They're making more SUVs. Yay. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? They did the same thing with the Corolla Cross. First, we had we had Corollas for a long time, and then they added the Corolla hatchbacks, and then after that, then they put out the Corolla Cross. Then we have the Highlander or Grand Highlander that they introduced as well too. So they have a lot of crossovers and SUVs, man. This is crazy, and they're adding another one to the fold, the Toyota Crown, which makes I'm kind of scratching my head, like, why? All right, so here we go. We got 2025 Camry. It looks like it's going to be coming in. Is that a hybrid all-wheel drive system? Sort of all-wheel drive, AWD all-wheel drive for a Camry. That's going to be tight. I kind of like that. That's a neat idea, and it looks like it's a much wider stance on it too. I dig those lights. Sexy Camrys, sexy. But you don't buy a Camry for its appeal. You buy it for the mid-size sedan that it is. It gives you more room comparing to a Corolla, so you can sit comfortably. Surprisingly, like when I've actually sat inside a Toyota Corolla, I was not comfortable at all. Like my legs were just too long, and they had to give me a completely different vehicle. They had to give me the Camry for me to rent instead of the Corolla, because my tall ass don't fit. So this is what the front might look like. As you can see, actually we can't see jack shit, but I like the stance overall. It's gonna look like it's honestly, like when it comes to design of the Camry, I prefer it a little bit better comparing to to their Corolla. I feel like all their other vehicles are more kind of like generic. Like if you see the current, with the way that they're designing their vehicles, it's very similar. Like the new Prius looks similar to the Corolla. The Crown looks similar to the Corolla. So I wonder if they're gonna do the same thing with the Camry. The Camry had always just kind of like had its own design, but since this is the new redesign of the Camry, I wonder if it's gonna take the same shape that they have done in the past with their previous vehicles, like the Prius, the Corollas, and stuff like that. So that's yet to be seen, and I'm pretty sure they might drop the V6. I don't know, honestly, I don't know. 2024 ICE Camry can be optioned with all-wheel drive. The hybrid can't, though. That combo is available on the Crown in either 236 horsepower or 2.5 liter 340 horsepower 2.4 turbo form. The Crown doesn't offer a V6 engine at all, so we wouldn't be surprised if the current Camry's 301 horsepower 3.5 liter V6 was that pensions off for 2025. We'll find out in the 14th. That's like what, 5 days from now. So 5 days from now we get to be looking at the new 2025 Camry, as well as the Toyota Crown SUVs, which kind of like I said, I'm scratching my head like, what, why? Toyota has officially validated what we had suspected when they provided a sneak peek on their upcoming additions a couple weeks ago. The new model, known as the Crown Estate in Japan, will introduce itself in the North American market on November 14, just ahead of the LA Auto Show as the Crown SUV. Why? Why? Oh. Why? I'm not understanding. I don't get it. I genuinely I don't understand. Because anytime you give people too much choices, they get confused. You know what I mean? That's why you have to be very clear on the product that you're offering. You know, yeah, I understand the market is pretty rough, but this vehicle makes no sense to me. I mean, where does it fall in with all the other lineups? So right now, this is Toyota's website. There's 16 total SUVs. 16. 16. You know, but you know, you have obviously like different. So we can actually, it's actually much less than that if we take away the let's do 2024s. So there's 5 2024s. Actually, you know what? Hang on a second. There you go. That's better. Because some of them haven't really came out yet because it's a 2024 model and it hasn't hit the dealerships yet. So there's 11 different types of SUVs that they offer. Because you have the RAV4, RAV4 Hybrid, and then RAV4 Premium. And then you have your Sequoia, your Venza, and you have your Highlander. And then you also have the Grand Highlander that's not on here. But let's go back to vehicles. Let's do crossovers. So here we go. So you have all this kind of lineups. Like, where does the Crown stand at? Like, where would the Crown be at? Because the RAV4 gives you such a wide range depending on what you want. If you want a RAV4 hybrid, they offer that in all sorts of trims that are available. So I wonder if it's going to cannibalize some of the sales of the RAV4. So I'm just not understanding where this particular SUV is going to sit at, honestly. I would put it like in the middle because I feel like the Crown is more premium in my opinion, or I could be completely wrong and, you know, whatever. But I feel like the Crown, especially with that name, Crown, you know what I mean? So I would put it like right in the middle of the pack, like somewhere between, like, I don't know, between Corolla Cross and RAV4, or maybe a little bit higher than RAV4, kind of like closer to the 4Runner. But the 4Runner is a completely different animal, you know? So I would put it between the 4Runner and the RAV4, because the RAV4 has just, it has some range. You know what I mean? The RAV4, you can literally starts at 28,000, but you can go all the way up to 40,000 depending on how you trick it out. So I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below. Where would you put this vehicle? Would you put it in the middle? Would you put it on the higher end? And another way we can actually look at it is how they put the Toyota Crown. So the Toyota Crown starts at $40,000. 40,000. That's why I'm trying to put the Crown SUV a little bit higher, or like in between the 4Runner, between 4Runner and a higher RAV4. You know what I mean? So if it's 40,000, so the Crown SUV is definitely going to be more, maybe like around 45,000, around that price. So a little bit more than the 4Runner. So maybe it's going to be right after the 4Runner and then below the Highlander. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. As always, make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I really appreciate every single one of you guys for supporting the channel, watching the videos, and giving me those harsh critiques. And I appreciate all the constructive criticism. Constructive, keyword, constructive. I appreciate the constructive criticisms And I enjoy reading your comments and your opinions and just your thoughts. You know, I like the engagement that's really going on some of the other videos. Whether we agree or disagree, it's all good with me. All right, I'm out. Have a good one.